Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree, starting chapter 4 of Tokisada's route. Last episode, we had a nice date, went out for ice cream floats, opened up a little bit with Tokisada, shared some trauma, got closer that way. And it looks like we're gonna have a second date with him. We're gonna go to the beach. Alright, let's begin. The next chapter, the Katana and the Flower. With the Yellow Chamberlain speaking to us. Random Chamberlain. Lady Olympia, a moment please. Oh, is there something you need? Doma's Chamberlain hurriedly ran towards me just as I was about to leave the manor. I have a date to get to, sir. Or, I think I have letters to deliver first. But... It is regarding tonight's performance. The master asked that you arrive earlier than usual, regardless of the sun's state. Oh no, we have a prior commitment. Understood. I'll be back before nightfall. If you'll excuse me, I have a date to go to. Please stay safe. Alright, bye Chamberlain. Okay, I have one letter each to the Blue and Jade districts. Okay, going to a secondary tier district. Then I'll head to Matsuba's parents' house and... I think a younger husband would be nice. Oh, it's just Suga. Are you talking behind my back? Huh? I give a start at a sudden whisper in my ear from behind. Oh, you being sneaky. Are you trying to give me subconscious, not really subconscious, but like just little pushes in that direction? I suggest you use your womanly allure to mesmerize Tokisada. Alright, why are we having this conversation? Don't just sneak up on a lady and just be like, I think you should seduce him this way. Like, what? This is not how we start a conversation, sir. So stop joking around! Sorry, I am aware it appears awfully meddlesome of me. But as I said before, I do worry about Tokisada. Wow, Yusuke's like really pushing us towards Tokisada. It's gonna feel weird on his love route. It's like, alright, you're pushing me in the arms of another man and now we're romancing you instead. About that, looks like he did have some worries of his own. Since Tokisada is an outsider, he's been struggling with adjusting to this island. So he has... I feel like everyone's is struggling with this island. It's similar to my own situation, so I just told him he's doing fine and to keep doing his best. Good, good. I see he is in very capable hands. Huh? I am certain he would rather be consoled by a lovely woman instead of a man. Take care of Tokisada, will you? Okay. Byakuya Yamami, here we come. Huh? Well, sure, I'll do my best. To the Kotowari. Here's the letters you gotta read. The letterbox had 2 letters, adding to the one I received from Matsuba made it 3. I straightened up and waited in silence as Akaza read through the letters without a single twitch of his brow. Yet there are no issues with any of them. I'm glad to hear that, thank you. It seems your deliveries are going well so far. I know we got 3 letters before we only got, it was rare to get 1. I don't think I've caused any problems. I tucked the letters back into my bag. And how was your search for a husband? Just as expected. I knew you'd ask about this soon. Please, take me as your husband. I have one candidate. Threw himself at my feet. Then again, it'd be embarrassing to tell him what happened. Like, the correct answer is things are going very well. Again, like, these choices, like, how is Tokisada gonna, like, know that I picked this? Alright, let's pick the first option. Alright. To the left. Things are going very well. A young man actually asked me for my hand in marriage. I assume this intrepid young man is Tokisada. Oh no, he has a spy. How did you know? Koroba returned from his lunch break in Yomi and was quite happy to share it with me. Was he trying to get you dilly? He's like, hey, she's on a date with this guy. I have to admit, they have an impressive network on this island. Not really, I mean, it's a small island. These people are bound to bump into each other. So you were testing me. That's pretty rude if you ask me. Yes, I was with Tokisada yesterday on the date. So hesitant. Congratulations. Okay, even he's like, alright, push you into the arms of other man. I thought you wanted to marry us. I know you want me to find a husband as soon as possible, but please, I need more time. I know, it's just been a few days. I want to be very careful about the person I choose. Don't worry, it won't be you. Okay, don't break his heart now. Just shatter it to a million pieces and stomp on it. Very well, then. He's just impassive. He's like, okay. I wonder who Lady Olympia will take as her husband. Me! I guess I know who she won't take. Random resident. As usual, I heard everyone talking about me as I walked through the plaza. I'm right here, you know. These people should really pay attention to their surroundings. I told myself to ignore their gossiping, but I couldn't help but feel curious. No way anyone can seduce her with the military and the Kotowari watching. Maybe it'll be the Iron Mask of the Kotowari. Not a chance. I guess the other eligible candidates would be Canon of the Orange and Nagusa of the Jade. Okay. I don't think we've really met. Have we met Nagusa? We met Canon. And he seems more interested in his newspaper, but Nagusa? I think I've heard his name before. He must be of marriageable age. That's all of them, isn't it? Let's bet on who she'll take. Yeah, you don't know the other guys. What about Yosuga or Karoba or Himika? I guess they're kind of like not up at the forefront though. They didn't mention Tokisada! For some reason, I felt a slight irritation. I know, I was just here yesterday with him. Nah, we should wait until we've got more info. Ah, you're right. I wonder when's the next paper's gonna come out. That's all I have to look forward to these days. I'm sorry, but I'll make sure I won't do anything that's worthy of an article. This just in, Olympia had ice cream. Man, the publicity for that ice cream stand, I feel like, oh wow. Alright, where are we? Are we at the Ko district? At the wharf? Number 102. Fukiko. I wonder if that's her. A woman was opening the door to the house where the letter was addressed. Good day. Are you Matsuba's mother? Oh. Lady Olympia! You don't have a portrait either. Yes, I am her mother, but to what do I owe the pleasure? I'm sorry to surprise you. I came here to deliver a letter to you from Matsuba. My daughter? I started a delivery service and... Oh my, Lady Olympia! She actually made you go to the trouble of coming here? I'm doing this because I want to. But more importantly, if you don't mind, take the letter. As I handed her the letter, her whole body began to tremble. I hope she misses her daughter. You never know with these, like, cases. Like, they were disowned after being banished. This is really her handwriting. Yes, it really is from her. Oh no, she's gonna cry. They also have a grandchild on the way, although they'll never get to see the son. Fukiko held the letter tightly in her hand and steadied herself against the wall. Poor lady. Do you know how she has been faring? She seemed very far along. I think she may be about to give birth. So, she's really... Both of them are alive? Yes, they're both alive. I'm assuming her and the baby. I don't know about the man. Gasp. Her body began to tremble again. And after doing such a foolish thing too. So Matsuba and her own-born child are safe. I forgot, are the ko like, what, like 2 color combinations, or like... I mean, she's not of like a super high color class tier, right? Like who did she get with that managed to get her banished? It seems like it's a big no-no if you're like of a higher class and go for a lower class. But, like, what if you're just like already lower class anyway? Foolish thing. I suppressed the desire to ask about it. All I need to do is deliver letters. No matter how curious I am, it's not my right to ask. If you have anything to write back to her, I can deliver that too. You need like a box on the surface. Write back. Then, might I ask you to return again tomorrow? I would bring it to you, except I dare not visit Lord Doma's manor. I felt my brows almost furrow in frustration. I wasn't upset with her. I was irritated that everyone was so shackled by this island's class system. You need like a post box in every district, although that might cause waves. Then I'll come back around the same time tomorrow. Finished with my deliveries, I headed to the beach where Tokisada was waiting. He had his shoes off and was walking barefoot along the shore. I guess I didn't need to bring my bathing suit. It's not much fun swimming alone anyway. Tokisada, sorry if I kept you waiting. Ah, there you are. Come on now, the water's really nice. Are we gonna dip your feet at least? I'll just walk along the shore with you today. I didn't bring a bathing suit. I thought I was gonna be able to watch you swim, sis. You just wanted to see me in a bathing suit. Maybe next time. Next time? So that means you're gonna go and come here with me again? His question made me feel a bit bashful. The thought that we would continue to go out on other dates certainly was possible. Will I really go out with Tokisada again? I don't see why not. I'm guessing, yeah. Let me think about it. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Really? Any particular day you had in mind? Oh, hi, it's Jigen. I haven't seen him. It's nice to see you two here. Yes, another outsider. Maybe he knows Tokisada. Although he said he doesn't know him, but I think, has he heard of him? On the beach, are we looking for treasure? I didn't notice Lord Jigen standing behind us. I quickly bowed, but Tokisada simply stood frozen next to me. Hello? Aha, I must have come at the wrong time. I am sorry for intruding. Not at all. It has been a while, Lord Jigen. I am very grateful for your kindness in allowing someone like me to live here. He's acting all polite and mannerly. I'm deeply honored to have been treated so well by Lord Suheno, leader of the Green. Now, no need to be so formal. What happened to that feistiness I saw just moments ago? Well, it has been about 2 years since you arrived, has it not? I was worried about you, given it has been a long while since another outsider drifted here. I apologize for the trouble I caused. I understand it can be difficult to adjust to a new place. Please feel free to see me if you need any guidance. Yes. Tokisada gave a deep bow when suddenly... Ah! Whoa! A large wave crashed down to the shore and almost pulled us down onto the sand. You can't stand back. I think with that rope you might drown. Tiny white bubbles floated above the sand, and as they drifted away, something appeared from beneath. Oh! Looks like something just washed ashore. Ah! The item had settled precisely at Tokisada's feet. It was a long, crimson bag made of cloth. It can't be. Is there a problem? Tokisada's fingers shook as he slowly unraveled the string on top and took out a long scabbard. Oh. It's my katana. Oh, was he a samurai? What? Gasp. Oh. Okay, we have sword pose here. Wouldn't think this cutie pie is gonna be like slashing his enemies with this. Tokisada quickly drew the blade without hesitation. Ah. It has undergone a long journey, yet there's not a single scale of rust on it. This is obvious. Sorry, I just drew a weapon out here. The blade wasn't dirty at all. That's surprising. And it somehow found its way back to Tokisada. The wet silvery blade glistened in the sunlight, seemingly ready to cut through anything. The ocean. It crossed the ocean. Is this real? Tokisada fell silent for a moment, and the hand that held his blade shook. The embroidery and the hilt. There's no mistaking it. But when I was at Shimabara, I lost it. I lost it back then. Tokisada? Confused? Very confused, what? I'd never seen him so scared before. Yet he held the dripping katana firmly with both hands. Lord Jigen, may I keep this? I mean, technically it's yours, but it's also a weapon. I don't know how well the island likes to give weapons to people. Please, I'm not lying. This is indeed mine. Very well. It is yours to keep. With Lord Jigen's approval, Tokisada seemed to totter again, as if in a daze. I thank you truly for your generosity. It must have followed its master from Shimabara. Life shows us many wonders, no? Indeed. The waves bring forth what one seeks. That blade of yours came here for a reason. Do take good care of it. I will. I will inform the Kotowari about it. Now, if you will excuse me. You can put it away now, Tokisada. Thank you for your kindness. Just waving it around in front of me. As Lord Jigen left, Tokisada stayed knelt with his head so low that it was touching the sand. I had never seen such a thing before. To be honest, I felt a little scared and uneasy. Is he, like, kowtowing? Like, bowing with his head against the floor? Is it because they're both outsiders? Could this be a custom from those from Japan? After Lord Jigen disappeared from sight, Tokisada slowly stood up again. Sis, okay, he has it on his back now. I'm sorry about all that. We even came here to the beach to have fun, too. Yeah, it suddenly got real heavy. There's no need to apologize. So that katana, it's really yours? Tokisada nodded in response. It's been 2 years since you arrived, right? How strange that it would only wash ashore now. Yeah, I'm still surprised to see it here. Maybe I still need to repent for my crimes. Did you say something? I just said I need to take good care of it. Heh. Of course. Should we have a look around to see if anything else washed ashore? No, I'm fine. I don't think anything else drifted ashore anyway. Tokisada gazed down as Katana again, then suddenly looked up as if remembering something. He looked out towards Tennyo Island. That's right. Can I ask you something, sis? I heard a particular legend about Tennyo Island before. What is it? That on the night of a full moon, a white flower is set at the front door of the men of Tennyo Island. Heard whoever receives one can leave the island on a ferry. The ferry takes the person to Tennyo Island. Oh, is that how husbands are found? I see. Then the ferry returns to Tennyo Island, just as the moon is about to fade. The men return from Tennyo Island with no memory of what happened. Oh, was it a night so wonderful that it wiped their memory? Some say their souls are consumed by the women of the white. Oh. Are we literal man-eaters? Huh? Now I felt as flustered as he did a moment ago. Oh.
When touched by a man you do not trust.
Tsukiyomi never did say what would happen. So, could that be possible? Like memory wiping? I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to pick on you or anything, sis. I feel like you're implying something, though. But didn't that old man say something about it yesterday? I remember it clearly. Yeah, that he visited Tennyo Island. I guess he was one of the chosen men. I remember it too. I've been meaning to ask Tsukiyomi about it. Why don't you come with me? Oh, okay. I'm taking our date down to the underworld. Alright, we're back at Naraku. Hello, Tsukiyomi.
That is mostly true, though the rest is a mere fabrication.
Really? What parts of it are true?
No males are born on Tennyo Island. Men are prohibited from living there.
Huh? This is new info for Tokisada.
It is said that the virgin goddess Amaterasu despises males. However, the precious white lineage would perish unless they are brought in to wed.
She uses them even though she hates them? That sounds pretty selfish. They're just sperm donors.
It is merely lore, likely to have been changed and twisted over time. As for the consuming of souls, perhaps another myth. Does this young one here appear to you as the type to do so?
Says Doma. We did hurt Doma. I took a tiny step back. Oh, she feels guilty.
Then again, it could be correct in the sense that the goddess's wrath will smite those who attempt to harm the women of that island.
Despite Tsukiyomi's calm voice, my heart was gripped by pain. Tsukiyomi knew. He knew that I almost killed Doma. The goddess's wrath? Pretty scary if you ask me.
The fairy no longer exists. All of the women of the white have disappeared, leaving behind this young one.
Mother, everyone I know is gone. The Red Calamity. It had taken so many precious things away from me. Maybe, it's like maybe someone remembered, like, the way to the island and just, like, brought other men there. Possibly. That's possibly why they wipe everyone's memory once they leave the island, so, like, that wouldn't happen. The island I once called home, my friends and my mother. Just remembering what happened brought a storm of anger and sorrow upon me. But you really did well, living through all that alone. The memory of his tears melted away those horrible feelings. Even I couldn't forget what happened. I decided to find happiness, no matter what. I vowed to never look down again. I would only look forward. I could see things clearly now. Thank you, Tokisada. What about them losing their memory?
The men who arrived on the island are greeted with medicinal liquor that heightens their emotions.
Oh, is it an aphrodisiac? Are the side effects memory loss?
Then, once they become sober, they lose their memories.
They got blackout drunk. Tokisada frowned.
It is best to forget someone you'll never see again, is it not?
About that, Tsukiyomi. An elderly gentleman from the Fuchsia spoke to me at the plaza yesterday. He seemed to remember crossing over to the island. That's right. I heard him say it too.
A man who was loved and was loved.
What do you mean?
Rarely, very rarely, fragments of the memory may be retained. If soulmates meet and fall deeply in love.
But he's so old. I mean, he was younger then, okay?
Do you deride his age? Although you may be an outsider, you too shall age one day.
That's not it. I had no intention of ridiculing him. Like, Tokisada, come on. Like, clearly he's talking about, like, earlier times. It wasn't the old man going to the island and, like, getting lucky here. The lucky old grandpa. It's just that I'm surprised that what he said could be true.
Whether you believe it or not is up to you.
Tokisada looked down and pondered deeply for a moment. Then, I understand now. So then, just getting close to Sis won't suddenly erase my memory. Yeah, unless we start getting drunk, but I was worried about that since I was planning to marry her. Just forget every night you had with her. It's like, man, I feel like I had a great a great night last night, but I don't remember. Like, my hips are sore, but I just don't know what happened. Gasp. Even, like, Tsukiyomi's a little surprised.
My dear child, have you come to the decision to live your life with him by your side?
Huh? Well, Tokisada had already regained his composure as I stood flustered at Tsukiyomi's question. She's taking some time to learn more about me. In fact, we went on another date today. Tokisada?
I recall your desire to learn how to escape this island.
Huh? Tokisada's calm left him in an instant. Got cut. You're not gonna leave me, are you? He looked back and forth between me and Tsukiyomi, desperately searching for the right words. Well, I just thought that on a whim, so...
I would rather not see my beloved child of the white wed to someone on a whim.
Tsukiyomi? I mean, he's being the concerned dad. Like, I don't want to marry my daughter for someone who's just gonna try to leave.
A man so seized by whims may one day let go of his wife.
I would never do that.
All those born to this world have roles to fulfill. Mine is to protect the women of Tennyo Island. I ask you, what is your role?
Tsukiyomi gave a quiet and gentle smile.
Outsider Amakusa Shiro Tokisada. That katana of yours that made its way here, do not misuse it. Lest the shackles upon you never disappear.
What? Tokisada's hand crept up to his collar in fear. Tsukiyomi, stop it already! You don't have to say it like that! He finally found his katana on the shore today, and Lord Jigen gave him permission to have it.
I must be very strict with the men who attempt to win your affections, my dear child.
I'm not your child anymore. Now then, we should be going.
By all means, do enjoy your date.
Leaving the underworld. Oh, that was like a corridor. I'm sorry, Tokisada. No, it's my fault. It was too hasty of me to ask for your hand in marriage, just a day after asking you how I could leave. But you said that Lord Suneho of the Green encouraged you to see me. I almost forgot. Have you seen the garden here before, sis? The garden? No. Why don't we go? It'll really surprise you. Oh, okay. Nice little spring here. A cherry tree in bloom? But it's out of season. We're also still underground, why, right? The tree must be confused. Amazing isn't it? Isn't it? One of the reasons why I keep coming to Shikinjo is because of this cherry tree. Sorry, clear my throat. It's not fake. It's really real? I held out my hand under a petal that was fluttering to the ground. I heard it's always in bloom, even though the fullness changes. It pretty much stays the same all year round, or all year long. Always in bloom? So then, it's just like the cluster amaryllises. Oh, right, the ones that look like the red spider lilies outside. Yusuga said it's because of Yomi. They have like an artificial light down here. I see. I suppose that's enough of a reason. Kuroba said something similar before too. A tree being in bloom throughout the year must not be so unusual down here. Even so, the sight of the cherry tree with its sprawling branches and flowers was magnificent. Perhaps even ominous. That was the first time I've had a proper chat with Tsukiyomi. He's a bit scary, isn't he? I never expected him to say anything like that either. He's usually much kinder than that. I bet he's only kind to you, sis. Yeah, that's his job. Like, his role is to protect the women of the white, although she's the only one remaining. But he was kind to all the women on Tennyo. Oh, wait, this is Byakuya, my bad. But he was kind to all the women on Tennyo Island. He looked after us for so long. The outsider of Naraku, Tsukuyomi. Jigen of the red, Doma of the yellow, Tsukiyomi, and of course, Lord Hirako. All of the outsiders are like gods. So maybe I'll be like a god too someday. I prefer you as you are already. I don't want to become too high up yet, become unattainable. Huh? Aside from Tsukiyomi, I can't really approach them casually. As for Lord Hirako, I'm not even sure he really resides in the Kakuri no Miya. Long word here. If you ever became like the others, there's no way I could share ice cream or have fun at the beach with you. Yeah, imagine sharing ice cream with Doma. You're right. So, don't let what Tsukiyomi say bother you. He grinned, touching the cherry tree's trunk. Sis, you don't know me. What do you mean? I didn't go ask for your hand in marriage because I was told to. I did it because it was you, sis. A small petal drifted onto Tokisada's hair. I was trying to express that last time, but I guess it didn't come out that way. I couldn't say a word. I could hardly believe what I was hearing. He liked you for you. To know that someone actually wanted me. I want to be with you because of what you said. Wanting to bring about change. I see. Sis, you're the one keeping me on this island. Really? What I just said is really important, so please don't forget it. Sure. To be honest, I wasn't certain why I was so oddly interested in Tokisada. All I knew that he was very earnest and straightforward. I can't seem to leave him alone. about noon as we wandered the streets after leaving the busy Shikinjo. That's... Tokisada, do you mind if I talk to her for just a moment? I delivered a letter for her earlier today. Of course. Matsuba! Oh, good day, Lady Olympia. She greeted me with a bow and a smile as I ran over to her. I delivered your letter and was asked to go back again tomorrow to pick up her reply. So quickly? That's what your mother said. Was she doing well? Yes, she was worried about you and your child. Oh. Matsuba looked down and away from me. Her shoulders were shaking and it looked like she was about to cry. I have been a horrible child to my mother. Nothing I did ever went well. Tokisada glanced at me. If you don't mind, can I ask you more about yourself? It'll stay a secret with me. Thank you very much for your kind words. But what I've done is already known by many. Oh. I'll be 26 years old this year. I married a man from the Koa at 18, but he divorced me after 5 years of not bearing a child. And I was labeled as sterile, but you're pregnant. What how? Sterile, a state of which one is physically unable to produce a child. There's probably something wrong with him, not her. A woman on this island who cannot bear children is not seen as a woman at all. That's horrible. Afterward, I went to work as a maid at a manor in the Blue District. Tagaya's face crossed my mind. And yet I fell in love with the young lord of the manor. Her eyes expressed an emotion different from sadness. In them, I could sense a sort of unwavering heat. I was 24 and the lord was 20. Oh, he was younger. Men on this island must decide who will they marry when they reach 20. Naturally, he was to marry another young woman of the Blue. The Blue hold their power of Batsu very dear. They were destined to bear a beautiful child with beautiful blue color traits. I was merely a maid, so he could have simply laughed away my love for him. But instead, he said he wanted to take me as his wife. She hesitated for a moment before continuing. I don't think that's definitely not allowed. And she paid the price for it. It was all so sudden. After we were arrested, he was sentenced to death within the month. Wow, they sentenced him to death? You'd think they would have tried to save him. You know, because they're all worried about their precious bloodlines. Tokisada looked away with a quiet sound that seemed like a groan. As for me, I am the real sinner here, yet the child I bear protected me from the death penalty. You would think they would just go through it anyway. I mean, they just like throw the children in an orphanage. And they don't seem to care about them. They said they cannot kill a pregnant woman. And so, I survived. Oh, she's just like, kinda. I wanted to die in this place. But I cannot die now. For the sake of my child. It's like the last remnant of him. My only desire is to do what I can to bring happiness to them. Listen carefully and promise me that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. Was this what it meant to be a mother? I still couldn't know. But at the very least, I did know that I wanted to help her as much as I could. I've given nothing but trouble and sorrow to my mother. I suppose it'd be selfish of me to wish for happiness at all. But when I heard of your delivery service, I simply had to write my letter. I'm glad I was able to help in some way. Lady Olympia! Don't worry. I'll deliver all the letters you write. Thank you very much. Tears began to flow from her eyes. Once my child is born, I would like to visit the surface. Even just once. Do you know about the monument in front of the hospital? Honoring those who have been executed? Oh, does she want to lay flowers as well? I nodded in response. I want to show him our child. And even if it's only once, I want my child to see the brightness of the sun. We then walked silently up to Yamato Hirasaka towards Kunado and out into the light. The sun shone brilliantly in the sky. Tokisada, there's one more thing I want to do now. Could it be bringing that woman to the surface? I think that might be a tall order. Not just Matsuba, but Kaina too. Gotta start a rebellion for that. Why Kaina? Oh, that's right, Tokisada. You wouldn't know what Kaina wrote in his letters. No, not at all. Should we be sharing this? Like, spread it around? It's the same wish. He wants to lay flowers at the hospital monument for his lost love. His younger brother, Kanan, said he'll see what he can do, but Akaza said it'll be difficult. To be honest, I want to call for an end to the death penalty for the Hazushi right now. But Riku said something to me. That in order to preserve his color class, he needs to choose a bride from families with a high chance of bearing children of the blue. He said that? I'm the last of the white bloodline, so I understand how he feels. But I'm not really sure what the right thing to do is. Even so, I don't think it's wrong for someone to lay flowers for their lost love, or to see the sun. Tokisada suddenly frowned and looked away from me. A large seagull flew above us. I knew you were really brave, but now I think it's more foolhardy. Really? Trying to change things will also bring about its fair share of resistance. Hypothetically speaking, you could be arrested and punished, you know. Torture and executions, it would all just be pure suffering, wouldn't it? I love how courageous you are, sis, but I'd rather not see you ever experience that. Unless you feel you're special. Do you think you won't be punished for anything because you're Olympia of the White? I froze upon hearing Tokisada's words. I never thought about that before. But it's true that I'm the last white, which is why I'm allowed to live in Doma's manor. I remember now. Doma told me before that he's the reason I'm able to do what I want. I never thought it was because I was anyone important. I've always seen myself as any other girl. I do know that everyone treats me as someone special, but... I'm sorry. No, Tokisada. You don't have to apologize. I'm the one who's sorry. Sis. Can't seem to keep myself out of everyone's business. I was raised so freely back on Tennyo Island. Which is probably why I'm selfish. Akaza told me that it's difficult for those in Yomi to be granted permission to come to the surface. He also mentioned it wouldn't be fair to give special treatment to certain people over others. But personally, this is what I think. What happens once can happen again. And when it happens again, it can bring about some real change. Gotta set a precedent. I don't think things can be achieved so easily, but we need to start somewhere. Tokisada, forget what I just said. I mean, I don't want to drag into whatever mess I might create. Gonna go on a rampage. So, you don't need to worry about me. Stop it. Huh? Of course I'm worried about you. I'm your friend, you know. And I did ask you to marry me. And like I said before, I want to bring change to the island too. I really do want to. So please let me stay by your side, sis. The voice was so strong that the sound of the waves seemed to only be a murmur. And even stronger were his eyes. The depths of those mysterious eyes flickered like passionate flames. Oh, thank you very much. Well, the sun is about to set, so maybe we could talk again tomorrow. Sure. Then, let me find a carriage. A strange feeling came over me, watching him smile and turn around. Tokisada? I'll be dancing on stage again tonight. Will you watch me dance? I looked at the stage out on the ocean. If you have some time, please come. What did I just say? Was that something worth stopping him right now? Are you kidding me? Of course I'll go. There's nothing more important than you. I felt a burst of heat the moment I saw his smile. Alright, nighttime. Back to the manor. Gotta get changed into our little outfit. Yeah, my face is burning. Oh, she like embarrassed to dance with Tokisada watching now. I can't believe he was worried about me. I was never embarrassed around Tokisada before now, but... The thoughts ran through my mind as I rode the fiacre back to the manor. My heart was still pounding even as I cleansed myself for the ceremony. She's becoming hyper-aware of him. The love is blossoming. Okay, memories of mother. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise me that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there, somewhere in this world. My soulmate. What if Tokisada does become my husband? We would eat mint chocolate ice cream and Daifuku and Paris could play together. I'm pretty sure Paris is the one. It's nothing to do with Daifuku. I guess that sounds fun.
A man who was loved and was loved.
Or who loved and was loved.
Rarely, very rarely, fragments of the memory may be retained.
That elderly man, Fuso, seemed like a nice person. I know his color class and his name, but would I be a bother if I went to see him? He could be your grandpa. Honorary grandpa.
If soulmates meet and fall deeply in love.
I would love to talk to him if I ever saw him at the plaza again. Oh, it appears the sun is completely set. The rower is taking me to the altar. Yes, I was wondering earlier if it would. There seems to be even more people here than before. I suppose more people wish to catch a glimpse of you driving away the darkness. There are so many people gathered at the harbor that they barely seem to fit. I needed to continue meeting their expectations. That is all right. It is my duty to protect the sun. I will not let the world fall to darkness. Ah! There he was. Oh, it's Tokisada. Tokisada was standing at the very front, waving at me. He's gonna be yelling like, sis! Lady Olympia, is there a problem? Not at all. I just thought I saw a fish jump out of the water. I see. I'm relieved you didn't sense a bad omen. She can't tell the future. It was so dark out that I couldn't see the faces of the people along the shore. But now, for some reason, I could see him clearly in the darkness, as if the sunlight were shining upon him. I'd love to wave back at him, but it wouldn't be good to show favoritism, would it? Give an exuberant wave, just break the act. I glanced at the shore again. Oops. Whoopsie. He's here alright. Okay, that's all it said. Mashed the A button too fast. I never once had these kinds of thoughts out on the ocean before. I had never thought about how graceful I looked when I danced, or the desire to appear as beautiful as possible. I'm sorry, Lady Amaterasu. I suppose I didn't cleanse myself well enough. My mind is just gonna scrub that brain of all lustful thoughts. I hope it's going to be fine. I can't focus at all. Oh, see her again in the outfit. It'll be my fault that the sun doesn't rise, just because you were thinking naughty thoughts, girl. Tokisada. Good, he's still there. Tokisada hadn't moved an inch from the place where he stood. As the cheers surrounded us, I felt we were so close, yet so far. I know. I took the iroha flower from my hair and gently set it down on the water between us. I prayed that it would find his way to him. Oh, next chapter. A name in a book. Okay, that was many emotions here. The date didn't go as we expected it. Alright, but seems like Byakuya is in a good mood today, even after all this, like, heavy stuff. There's something going on with Tokisada, obviously. We have something up with the katana, like maybe he was a samurai? Maybe, like, he did mention allies, right? Like, maybe he went off to fight a war. But then, like, fell into the ocean, and like he's trying to make his way back to like save his allies. Alright, anywho, I need a little breaky break, going for another hour-long chapter. So yeah, we will continue Tokisada's route in the next episode. I hope you guys are having a fun time with this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.